correctly. Guess what? BYD needs more of my money. That's right, they just asked for more money. They don't have enough yet. I paid 50k for this car, but that's not enough.
Because look at this. When I go to the infotainment and search for the nearest chargers, for example, it says here something went wrong. And that wrong is the fact that I haven't yet paid my €100 bill. To get rid of that error, I need to pay €100. And guess what? This bill is also coming after you. You will soon bump into exact same issue. But I also have good news, because in this video I will tell all about it. How can you even avoid paying this €100 or $100 or whatever it is in your country? So welcome to the channel, let's dive into it.
The electric seal.
Alright, so as you probably guessed, this is about the data plan and the expiration of the included data plan in the car. And to be fair for BYD, this is of course nothing exceptional. Pretty much all manufacturers do the same type of thing. And also what was positive earlier was that BYD extended the free period. I think they initially promised 1 year of free connectivity, but then they extended that 1 year period to 2 years. But anyway, now that 2 years period has passed and I have run out of data in my BYD Seal, so the SIM card that is in the car doesn't anymore handle the data connection. So what I showed you just a moment ago was for example, looking for the EV chargers, it says something went wrong. Or if I would start navigation, the route planner is not really available because it says that online features unavailable. And for example, this route, it doesn't say to me that I can't reach my destination with the current level of battery, because I would have almost 200 kilometers to go and I have only 37% of the battery. So I would run out of battery before I reach the destination. So the route planner in the offline mode is not able to give you that insight which is available when you are connected. So this is probably one of the most significant things about this data plan expiry that many people use. Of course, if you use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, it is then easier for you because that by definition kind of already has the connection enabled and you don't need the SIM card in the car for that. But if you use the built-in navigation, that's good to keep in mind. And also the live traffic information is not available in offline mode. And of course things like YouTube and other streaming apps, Spotify, Amazon Music, they won't work. And also some of the games might require online connection, while then some probably work in the BYD Arcade. For example, this one seems to work, so it doesn't require online connection, but some games do. And also things like karaoke doesn't work in offline mode. The browser and BYD Store are also unusable in offline mode. Alright, so those are the things that you would lose if you don't renew the data plan. But how much are they then asking for this service? That varies by region and country, but you can check your local pricing from the BYD app. If you go into the My Account and then Store, and here's the product BYD Connect. Here in Finland, that seems to be €99, which is annually. So that's about €8, a little bit more than €8 a month. And they list here what you get. Like I mentioned, you get the navigation or the route planning, music, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, streaming services. Well, that's not too many in the built-in infotainment. Then the games and the karaoke. So those are the things that you get when you buy this BYD Connect for €99. And now the big question is, Something that you also need to check, depending where you are, is that how much data you get for this 99 euros, and that can make a really big difference. Now here in Finland, it seems to be unlimited data. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like that it would be unlimited, and that would be really important because the 2 gigabytes is really small amount if you use Spotify and YouTube actively. Because having the unlimited data for this 99 euros, that makes this already, let's say, quite reasonable offer, that 8 euros or a little bit over 8 euros a month. But if it's only the 1 or 2 gigabytes, then a whole different deal. But now how can you avoid this $100 or 100 euros cost totally? Is of course using your personal hotspot more actively with the car. So enabling the hotspot from your mobile phone and then going to the settings and connecting to that hotspot. So now that it is connected, when you go to you can immediately see now here the route planning activates the dynamic, the online functions, the insufficient battery level, cannot reach your destination, and find chargers, plan chargers. So let's do that. It does the rerouting, and similarly also the browser works, and you have the online functions back quite easily. Using YouTube, Spotify. So that's one route. If you decide not to get this BYD Connect, is that you use your personal hotspot more actively, and of course depending on the phone model, you can make it more kind of convenient to connect to the hotspot so that it does it immediately always when you go to the car. But the second option for you is to use your own SIM card. So just, get some good data plan offer from your local operator and use that SIM card with the car. And that is actually something that wasn't still possible like 3 months ago, but then they added this support, allowing the owners to use their own SIM cards with the car for the data connection. So that might be a way for you to save, let's say, half of the cost. If you can find a cheap data plan somewhere else, maybe it has better kind of quota. You may also wonder, where is the SIM card slot located in BYD Seal? Because it is not actually one of these slots and ports down here. Because even though the center one looks like a SIM card slot, it is the micro SD card slot. But instead, the SIM card can be found from the center console, but in the armrest. So just open the armrest. Of course, after half an hour of getting all the stuff out here, you reach the bottom. This is the first time probably in 2 years that I have this bottom visible, but now it is. And actually, you can take this rubber bottom out. It's just kind of like this. And now you can see the SIM card slot. It's this plastic piece here, and see that small kind of a pinhole. So that is where you can then use one of these to pop out the SIM card slot. Pull it out here. And what is actually interesting about this SIM card, that it is standard SIM card size. And by standard, I mean the older format from ages ago, at least here in Europe. This SIM card size hasn't been used in mobile phones for, I think I would like to say, in decades. This is not the nano SIM, and this is not even the micro SIM, but this is the old, larger, standard SIM card size. But it doesn't really make any difference. It might be even easier to handle this. But just remember, if you decide to get your own SIM card with the data plan for the Seal, you need to ask this size from the operator if they don't include that by default. But anyway, this is the slot that came out, and I think it was this way. Let's put it back in. Okay, just push it there. And now actually the infotainment notices that there is a SIM card inserted. It says here that it is detected that the SIM card has been inserted. Please select the SIM card type. 2 options: giveaway by BYD and purchase by user. Well, this one is giveaway by BYD, so I will select that one. But of course, it won't just start working suddenly because the data plan has been expired. So that was the topic of today's video. Let me know in the comments, how have you resolved this data connectivity? Have you decided to get the BYD Connect, or are you using your mobile hotspot, perhaps Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or have you decided to go with the custom SIM card route? Thanks for watching, and until next time.